Hello and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be talking about Queen Cosmetics. Now you may have seen some of their holographic lip glosses going viral on TikTok and Instagram, and as a sparkle lover I was immediately intrigued, and they did reach out to me a few months ago and asked if they could send over some products. So I have quite a bit to show you, quite a bit to swatch actually. So of course there's tons of lip glosses, and I believe I have pretty much all of them, maybe except for one, and I actually have some that are no longer available because I know that they did recently reformulate the lip glosses. They also have this beautiful palette. I absolutely love this packaging. It is the Enchanted Forest eyeshadow palette, and it has some mattes and some regular shimmers as well as some multi-chrome. So, and look how just small and compact this palette is. So in case you didn't know, Queen Cosmetics does have eyeshadow as well, and I really hope to see them come out with more because as of right now they only have this palette. So I'm going to be creating a look with this palette. I'm going to be showing you swatches of all the lip glosses that I have just on my hand, as there's no way I could lip swatch all of these, though I am kind of working through them on my reels. So I will link in the description any reels I have with their lip glosses so you can get an idea on what these look like on the lips. Sometimes I put them over lipstick, sometimes I just wear them without anything underneath. And thank you so much to Queen Cosmetics for sending me over all these products, and I do have a affiliate code with them. I will put up on the screen in case you're interested in any of these lip glosses or the palette. So let's get right into the tutorial on how I created this look with the Enchanted Forest palette, and then I'll show you two lip glosses on the lips and I'll give you some of my thoughts at the end of the video. So let's get right into it. First going in with the Forbidden, and I'm going to start it out here, and then as there's less and less on the brush, I'm going to start taking it onto the inner crease, and I'm just slowly blending it out, basically trying to get a little bit of depth out of this shade, and then just doing the same thing onto the other eye. And if I need to even them out, I can do that afterwards. I'm using a What's Up Beauty R102 brush. So yeah, there's a little bit more depth on that eye, so I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit more just to even these out. I'm taking Full Moon, so I'm just gonna do like an angle, and I really want to focus it out here in the outer corner. I'm going in with this HOLO brush, which the number's rubbing off unfortunately, but I would say this is about like a rougher 13 or 14. And then I'm going to take Full Moon underneath my lower lash line. This is a Game Beauty brush from the first set. And I'm going to take a little bit of the Forbidden like over here, just out here, to blend it with the lower lash line. Picked up Fairy Godmother on a very flat brush. This is from Glam shop, and that's going to go onto the basically like almost halfway on my lid, and I'm gonna bring it outwards onto the outer corner a little bit just so it's nice and blended together. Picked up Luminous Meadow, and that's going to go onto the inner half of my lid, and I'm going to be blending it into that other multi-chrome. So many flecks throughout it. It's such a beautiful shimmery shadow. And then this eye as well. And this is the same brush I used with the other shade. And these just are a great combo together. For the lip gloss, I'm going to be going in with Bad Witch, and I'm just going to go with it over my lip color. I'm not going to put a lipstick underneath. It's got a bit of a purple reflect to it. I feel like this would be really good over a purple lipstick. So it does look a little bit metallic. I think if you put on less, it would be less obvious. This is just what it looks like with diffused lighting, and then the flash as well as direct sunlight will really amp this up. So I didn't really feel like that went with the look. So I'm actually going to go in with this shade called Muse. Now this one is not necessarily holographic. It's just really, really sparkly. like really, really sparkly. I do really enjoy these applicators. And just going on with another layer. So here's what that one looks like. And then with Flash. So first let's talk about the palette. Again, I already mentioned this. I love this packaging. It's so cute. I love the font of this. Adorable. I don't mind having larger pans and smaller pans within one palette. I think it makes a lot of sense because all the special shades are the smaller pans, so that will probably keep the cost down a bit. And then the larger pans are matte, so technically you'd probably be using more of the mattes and then layering over the shimmer shadows. The two larger pan shimmer shadows are a bit more of a like standard metallic kind of formula, maybe leaning a little bit towards the satin side, so you could definitely layer some of these over those. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of these kinds of shadows, but I do understand why they're in here, though personally I would have loved to see just all larger mattes and then all of the special shimmers on the bottom. These metallics are so metallic. Like, they're really beautiful. They're really shiny. There's two black base multi-chromes in here, which one of them I did use. On the lid, you've probably already seen them. You might own these as single eyeshadows if you're a huge indie makeup lover and you have tons of single eyeshadow multi-chromes. You might already have these. I love the shades that were picked for the theme of this palette. I think they really go together. So I'm really enjoying this palette, and I do hope to feature it in a reel very soon. So make sure you're following me on Instagram. Now onto the lip glosses. There's so many options here. I love that they added some neutral non-holographic lip glosses that are just really extra super sparkly. The first time I ever put on one of the holo lip glosses, I was like, why would I ever use a non-holographic lip gloss ever again? Like, they're just so special. I do think some of them, because of just how much of that holo sparkle they have, they do look a little bit silvery on the lips. So I do think that these are, so I would do a very thin layer so that when you're out and about in the sunlight, your lips are just sparkling. Now, if I was to describe the formula of these, I would say they're a little bit like an in-between consistency. So they're not like super liquidy, but they're also not really thick and sticky. They're very comfortable on the lips. I am very particular in the kind of lip gloss that I like. So if you're familiar with the Lethal Cosmetics lip glosses, those are a bit more on the oily, almost liquidy side, and I love those. The ColourPop Luxe glosses are on a thicker side, and I personally do not like those at all. They feel really uncomfortable. So I'm thoroughly enjoying these lip glosses, and I'm also having a lot of fun trying out different pairings. Especially the holo shades are very fun to layer over the shades that you see kind of shifting in the tubes. So for example, I used, I believe it was either Wanderlust or Magic Potion. I use it over green and it looks so cool. So if you love your colorful lipsticks, then you're gonna definitely really enjoy these lip glosses. So those are my thoughts on the lip glosses and the eyeshadow palette from Queen Cosmetics. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried anything from them, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time.